How to make turmeric paste to help your senior dog live longer, curcuma paste or turmeric paste to help your senior dog live longer, happier, healthier, stronger, with much better joint health, much better freedom of movement. Okay, so if you're here only for the recipe, skip ahead to chapter 2. I'm going to very briefly cover the basics of why turmeric paste is so fantastic for your senior dogs and for all dogs. Okay, so first of all, turmeric is a potent anti-inflammatory, and a lot of the age-related diseases that your senior dog is going to be dealing with, joint health, some problems walking, maybe with their hips, their knees, their ankles, shoulders. A lot of it is age-related. Too much playing when they were younger, maybe poor diet, especially if you adopted your senior when they were a later age, a little bit older. Who knows what they ate before they came to your house? They were eating regular commercial dog food that is full of inflammatory foods like corn, soy, rice, and a lot of hydrosolized proteins that are just not very good for them. So turmeric is a potent anti-inflammatory. Now, you might have seen some of this for humans, not a lot for dogs. The problem is most governments, regulatory bodies really clamp down on supplement companies using the term inflammation, because technically it is a disease. We're talking about low-grade, chronic, everyday inflammation. Also, I'm not selling anything, so those people can go pound sand, because what I'm telling you is chronic inflammation, and as many researchers like Dr. Walter Longo, Rhonda Patrick, Dom D'Agostino are now calling it inflammaging. All right, so turmeric and curcuma are very powerful anti-inflammatories. In fact, it's now being used in some chemotherapy treatments inside of the capsules to help offset the collateral damage that goes along with chemotherapies. For humans, same goes for dogs. So if your senior dog has cancer, turmeric is a great way to help them, especially if they're on chemo or radiation, fight back against some of that inflammation. If you combine turmeric paste and you also feed your dogs bone broth, they're getting a double joint effect. So they're going to really come a long way as far as their joint health, their ability to walk, their ability to run and play again. They're going to get some puppy energy, so be prepared for it. Next, gut health. Gut health might be the most important thing to helping your senior dog live longer. I have another video on that. The link will be in the description. But turmeric may help prevent or fight against something called leaky gut syndrome that they've found in humans, which is basically poor diet, environmental factors leading to microscopic holes in the stomach lining, bad things leaching in, good things leaching out into the bloodstream. It's not a good situation. It can cause a lot of chronic diseases, and some scientists believe maybe heart disease, cancers, a lot of different things, rheumatoid arthritis. So protecting the gut, it's not going to help this is turmeric here, it's not going to help their microbiome directly, but it may help protect the gut lining. And the third thing is skin health. All right, so if your dog is prone to hot spots, skin rashes, if your senior has had issues with those, or with a rosacea type, like a yeast kind of infection that never seems to go away. I have a beagle here, showed up on my doorstep on Christmas Eve 2 years ago. He had a terrible case of this. All of his skin on his belly and his chest were just pink and constantly itched him up into his ears. Veterinarian wanted to put him on prednisone long term. We tried a short cycle, didn't work. Put him on turmeric paste with the coconut oil. The coconut oil is the main ingredient there. Gone within 2 months, has never come back. Same thing with one of my younger dogs, Francesca. She has an ear issue, very similar. In the beginning, when she was younger, she was taking medicine almost every day for weeks on end. Now it is only when there's a small outbreak, and it's very rare. One shot with the medicine's good. So coconut oil has this antimicrobial effect. You can use it topically as well, but in turmeric paste, it is fantastic for inflammation, gut health, and skin health. So if you skipped ahead to chapter 2, welcome back. Here's how you make turmeric paste for your senior dog to help them live longer. It's very simple. You need 60 grams of turmeric. That's a half a cup for those who measure that way. 2 to 3 teaspoons of ground black pepper, freshly ground. Not from the supermarket, not the one that's been sitting on the shelf since, Y2K. The pepperine, which is in black pepper, is oxidized with oxygen. So whatever is in there is now gone. And pepperine is the agent that helps your dog or you digest and fully put turmeric to use. It makes it more bioavailable. All right. Then you're going to need 250 milliliters of water and 75 grams or a third of a cup of coconut oil. It's going to take about 7 to 10 minutes to cook. Important note, if your turmeric says raw on the bag, you're going to have to cook it for about 30 minutes. It's unnecessary to have raw turmeric. It's a bit of a marketing gimmick aimed at people who want raw foods. In reality, it's only going to make you cook it longer. If you have it, use it. It's no big deal. But otherwise, 7 to 10 minutes. I'm going to show you how to do it right now. I'm not putting the black pepper in there. So we're just going with the turmeric and the water. I'm going to stir this. Make sure you mix it well. Nice and slow. It'll boil fairly quickly. You see we got some. That's all you want. There's that little simmer along the edge. Okay. And we're just going to take it down to a simmer. And we'll continue to stir and stir and stir. Have a nice paste. And this will go on for about 7 minutes. 10 minutes. You'll know when it's all totally amalgamated, totally mixed together, and it has this type of consistency. Okay, we'll keep going. And all right, after 7 to 10 minutes. All right, after 7 to 10 minutes, you should have a consistency that looks like this. You can see there, it's nice and thick. Now, if you feel it's too dry, add a little more water while cooking, but don't go crazy with it because remember, you still have to add in the coconut oil, which is obviously a wet ingredient, so it'll get a little too watery. But right now, you're going to let it rest until it's warm, not cold, but warm to the touch. So right here, it's warm, it's not burning. So we're going to add in the black pepper. Okay. And then we're going to add in also, here we'll add in the coconut oil. Fold those in. Obviously, if your coconut oil is room temperature, it's going to take a little longer. It's going to have to melt a bit. If it's already liquid, this process will obviously go a lot faster. Mix this well. We don't want any clumps. Okay. Keep mixing it. It seems a little liquidy. Don't worry. Keep mixing. And remember, if this is for your senior dog, they're really not going to care if the consistency isn't quite perfect. So if it's not perfect, don't worry about it. But this is actually pretty good because it'll solidify a bit as you let it cool. So that is it. That's all it takes. Go. See there? It'll get a little more solid as it comes through. So dosage-wise, for a small dog like a Lhasa or a Chihuahua, a Pomeranian, 1/4 teaspoon. Start off with at 1 meal a day, maybe with their breakfast. Go to 2 meals a day, 1/4 teaspoon. Bigger dog like a beagle, so say we're going to say medium size, beagle size. 1/2 teaspoon. Dog the size of say a golden retriever, a lab, maybe go half. And then for someone a little bigger like my Nunzio, who's a Belgian Shepherd and is about 40 to 45 kilos, so around 90, 92 pounds or more, go with a full tablespoon twice a day. Here's the thing, start slow. You don't have to rush it in because if they aren't quite accustomed to it, especially if they're not if your older dog isn't accustomed to eating a lot of oils, could cause a little bit of loose stool, could cause some diarrhea initially, but that will pass. So work them in slow. It will take a couple of weeks to start to see effect, depending on your dog's condition, but I would say within a month 2 months, 3 months, you're going to start to see dynamic effects on their ability to walk, their ability to run, their ability to play, how much energy they have even. And another thing is turmeric will help with digestion. So if they have a little bit of bad belly every once in a while, this digestive enzymes, they're going to have the belly of a 2-year-old again. So your senior dog will be happier, healthier, and you'll help them live longer. All right. So this all the recipe will be in the description below. Also have some links to other videos with joint health, gut health, how to make bone broth. And obviously, if you like this video and you want more information about how to help your senior dog live longer, throw a paw on that subscribe button. If you have any questions or comments, if you have a success story or maybe something to avoid with using turmeric paste, any experience, you share it with the class in the comments below. All right, thanks.